Welcome back, and thank you for sticking with us through our break. If you are watching us over on the YouTubes, then when we last saw our heroes, they were inside the Potions Speakeasy, getting to know each other, talking about incongruities between Earth Prime and the Titan City universe. Um, which is funny because Alex has a direct hand in being responsible for both. But um and we had left off just as I2D had told Carrie about a news report, and she had seen a video of the Night Watch stopping the Candy Crew from robbing the Mardi Gras Museum. And I believe we were going to pick up with what Carrie's going to do with that information.
Harry is not going to tell anybody. She is, however, going to forward the video to not Director Vance. Oh my God, what's the other one's name?
Angel?
Angela.
Thank you.
Or, yeah,
Yes,
Angel.
she's going to forward the video to Angel, basically saying, we've all had a bit to drink, probably shouldn't take care of this in our current state, but seems like something you guys should be aware of, and just kind of sends it on.
Okay. I mean, it was on the nightly news. They probably already know, but
yeah, but she's not going to tell anybody.
Okay. I will also tell you, since you do have the well-informed advantage, if you'd like, you may give me a investigation or persuasion check to see what you already know about both of these groups of people.
Okay. We'll do investigation since that's very high. Maybe. Nope. 24.
Okay. So what you know about Night Watch. The Night Watch is a team of vigilantes that do not have a permanent home. They are known for their excessive brutality. They're composed of 5 individuals. There is Talon, who is an animalistic shapeshifter. Maestral, who is a woman who can turn into gas. Virago.
What was it? Maestro?
Maestral. I'll put all this in the chat so you can see it. But
okay.
Virago, who is a superhumanly strong fighter. Nocturne, who has the power to control shadows, and the team's leader, Dr. Twilight, who is kind of a Batman, Captain America type. And I will put into everybody's journal an image of the Night Watch.
Man, I want Ivan Virago to be a big blonde Russian dude.
Virago is actually a woman.
I want Ivana Virago to be a big blonde Russian woman.
No, she is a large. Actually, I think she is Slavic, but
I assume she's the one in black.
Yep.
The what looks like Wonder Woman analog.
Kinda, yeah.
Thanks, I will date them all.
Sure, go right ahead and do that.
What did you say Dr. Twilight's powers were?
He's just their team leader. He's strong and fast and uses gadgets and is a highly trained martial artist.
He's Batman.
He's Batman.
Legally distinct Batman.
who for
Superpower
some
is
reason
money.
has the main mother and crone on his
What was that?
as his symbol. Just the pagan iconography of his symbol is amusing
Gotcha.
because he's a dude.
Um, but yes, Virago she is actually Russian. So there you go, Deuce. You got your witch.
Yeah. She must break me.
Okay.
Yes, she'll forward the information on to Angel and just say, we're a little under the weather. Is this something you would like us to try and take care of, or is this something that your teams have covered?
And then if you would like, you can also give me an investigation check to see what you know about the Candy Crew.
25.
Okay, so I will just share this with everyone in their journal. The Candy Crew, as a team, they date back to the 60s, but the original Candy Crew is long since retired or dead, or in prison. They were just kind of a group of oddball criminals, fought against the Freedom League. Through the years, they got progressively to be more and more of a joke. And they were pretty thoroughly put down for good by Force Ops in the 90s. But in the last couple of years, a new group of the Candy Crew have emerged. They're led by the Candy Czar. And the team includes the density shifting strong woman, Gobstopper, the adrenaline junkie speedster, Gumball Rally, the monstrous Psycaster, Cinnamon Sticks, and the dark fae, Wicked Licorice. So,
why do these all sound like levels of a Mario game?
they're candy themed.
Sounds like all the roads that you can play. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I mean, they're candy themed supervillains. So
So
They
Licorice
sure
Whip,
are.
or whatever the hell his name is
Wicked
the,
Licorice is the stretchy.
Licorice Whip would have been a much better name, but whatever. He's the stretchy one.
Yep.
And Cinnamon Sticks is the demon-looking goat guy.
Yep. And the speedster is Gumball Rally.
Obviously, those two, Gobstopper and Gumball Rally, were easy to identify.
Yeah. So yeah, that's who they were. And they I don't know if you shared that with the audience or not, but
No, I don't have that. I don't have the Roll20 window one set up.
gotcha. Okay. But maybe I'll toss it on the Discord. But yeah, so that's what Carrie saw, but she's not sharing it with anyone, so we'll move on.
It's not on the news above the bar, is it?
There is no bar. There's no TV in this bar. And you guys are out on the balcony anyway. Although I suppose it would not be impossible for someone to notice it, someone watching it on their smartphone as they're walking past or underneath. I don't know. I'll take a perception check from the party and see if anyone happens to notice it.
Sure.
Maybe the guy peeing is watching it.
Oh. That is not helping your
I mean-
fellow
Hey,
man.
Anson, you enjoying your drink over there?
You know, it's fitting. I wouldn't even know to look at one of those rectangles for news.
No, you
No,
wouldn't.
sure wouldn't.
Everybody seems very preoccupied with their rectangles, though.
24.
25.
Orpheus
I got a 20.
and Anson got a 9. What about Larry?
He's not really focused on the other people. He's focused on everyone here.
Okay. You know what? I'll say Muse. You might notice that. Again, you would catch little bits of it out of your ear. That there was a superhero battle downtown, or not downtown, but down in by the Mardi Gras Museum. Which is a bit odd because, as far as you know, New Orleans does not have superheroes.
I'm still throwing ice at the guy.
What time is it now?
About
Well-
1, which also means that the speakeasy is getting ready to close.
I mean to take you home, Micah.
That's an issue for tomorrow.
It's my absence.
I assume you already finished it.
Oh, okay.
You've
That's
had
why I'm still
3.
throwing ice cubes.
Right. Yeah.
The guy's long gone. You're still throwing going. I got it. There's no one there.
In his pants.
There's no one there.
That's a trash can.
She 100% takes a shot of absinthe and just pours it on the duck.
Rude.
Oh, yes. Poor drunk Harper. Harper,
What?
do you have a place of residence?
I got lots.
Like a home or apartment?
I ain't had a home in 17 years.
Would you
I'm
like
good
somewhere to
though. I'm good though. Come on, quackers, we got to go.
Okay,
You sure you should be operating that demonic entity under the influence?
Where are you
It
going?
operates itself.
where are you going, Harper?
I gotta go get my bike.
That seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah, you're not doing that while you're drunk.
How about we just walk back to arcade and call it a night?
How
Yeah.
close is arcade and this
It was a few
speakeasy
blocks.
to Tulane?
Oh, not super close.
Okay. Well, I was just trying to figure out would Carrie want to just go home before she went back to arcade, or would it really matter?
If anyone would like a ride
But if
home, I'll be
they're
happy
if
to
they're
take
a
you.
relative large distance.
It's Wednesday night. I have school tomorrow. Please.
I mean, it is. It is not an impossible walk, or wheel, but
Roll.
but it is probably further than you would want to go back
Okay.
over to Tulane and then back down to where Arcade's
Okay.
Arcade is.
Why don't you just grab an Uber home? What do you need to go to arcade for?
Get in the
Are you trying to
Candyman van.
Thanks, and I'll take you home.
Those
if you
were
need a ride.
words.
You're not going in the... Harper, how about you just come with me? Okay.
Where are we going?
Back to my place.
I would say you should buy her a drink first, but someone did. Um,
I'd argue she doesn't need any
And
more
no one
drinks.
really talked about paying. No one really talked about paying for this, and I'm going to safely assume that out of everybody, that Carrie is the wealthiest. Yes,
Probably.
Carrie's paying.
Orpheus and Eurydice have had thousands of years to build up wealth.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I'm banking on them.
sure, but
They don't have points in it, but
exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Carrie
I don't know
has
if Carrie has
multiple
points in it,
in being wealthy.
Carrie is a multimillionaire.
okay.
Jesus, yeah.
Gary
Really?
Cafe.
Yeah, Carrie's a multimillionaire coming from a family of billionaires. So
Study buddy, your
Very
credit
lucky.
card just says yes. It doesn't even have a number.
yeah, it just says this is okay. So Carrie will make sure that as she herds the cats to out the building, she'll come up last and we'll
I mean,
head up to the bar.
Do note,
How far up is the balcony?
you're not jumping. I will grab you before you're allowed
Yeah.
to do that.
Good luck.
Are you going to be quick enough?
I mean, it is a.
So
it-
to be fair, I could keep her from doing that because I could move the thing she's wearing, but I could
Sure.
not move her. So technically I could stop her.
Sure.
I'm not going to, but I could.
Your
I'm
telekinesis.
only asking a question.
Yes, it is. It's you're probably about 15 feet in the air.
1 story up.
I mean, it's a second story balcony. It's a little taller than a average first floor in terms of height, but not a lot.
How drunk is she?
You had free?
She's pretty drunk.
Well, 3 and one of them was absent.
Yeah, I don't recall us ever
Real
stopping.
absent.
Well,
I don't recall us
4
stopping and
and one of
eating.
them was absent. The real stuff. So she's
Yeah,
pretty drunk.
she's probably pretty drunk.
She's
I'm
pretty
willing to
drunk.
make this grab
She's
check.
just gonna she's gonna be like, all right, let's go, and literally just fall backwards off the
Yeah, I'm reaching for her.
off the
Oh,
railing.
I'm gonna try
Like,
and catch her.
"Whee!"
Nope,
And
nope,
she
nope,
will
nope.
literally say "we" on the way down.
Yeah, that tracks. Um,
I'm
You're
going
gonna make me test this power, aren't you?
So
Whether or not
rather
I
than rolling for
Nope.
initiative, I'm going to say that no one was expecting Harper to go over the edge.
Nope.
Yeah.
I wasn't not expecting it, but I wouldn't make a move to stop her.
So
I'm not
What do I
really
have to
making a
do?
move to stop her. It's more I'm jumping off after her,
I'm fine.
but I have flight, so I'm not
Whee!
jumping and falling quite,
do you have an instrument in your hands?
I have quick draw. I can.
Okay.
Actually,
I was gonna
no,
say,
I
Carrie
just
would
pull
try.
out the
As soon as she
kazoo, the
saw her
pocket
fall, Carrie
kazoo.
would try.
There is one panic instrument that Muse has, and that is a kazoo in the pocket. In case they are ever separated from their bag. So just when Harper jumps, the first instinct is the panic instrument.
She
Sorry,
didn't
falls
jump.
backwards.
She just goes "wee."
Yeah,
Panic response is
Harper has
grab the
proven
kazoo.
herself. Harper has proven herself to be incredibly capable. Like, she went "we" off the back. Like, she's fine.
I mean,
idea fine and mine are different.
The approximate sound that is made is
If she
You wanna give me
lands on her
something,
face, she'll still be okay.
It's
I have a
fine.
kazoo.
We're all
Nikki, do you
fine
want to
here.
give me a toughness check?
Sure. Let's knock myself the fuck out. That'll be cool. It's a 21.
Hi guys.
Okay. I mean, you took a bruise, but
Sure. She lands squarely on her back. She's like not even. She just goes. I'm fine.
As Micah
Oh,
jumps off
dear.
after and floats down.
And she's just laughing.
I look over the side. She's fine.
Yeah, but Harper, you're gonna let's
What?
go back to
Okay.
I have a guest room because you're not staying alone.
I'm always
Right.
alone. And
No,
never
you're not.
alone.
Okay, well, come
I'm
on.
always here.
Shut up.
Okay, Harper, let's get you in the van here and get
Yeah.
you somewhere to sleep. That'll be okay.
Woohoo! Is there candy in here?
Maybe under the seats, but we'll find out when we get there.
She will literally start looking under the seats.
That'll keep her busy for a while. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone else, have a good night. I'm gonna get those two home.
Good night, everyone.
All right. So Harper and Micah are going back to Micah's apartment, driven by Lawrence.
Larry, I don't suppose you could take Marcus back to arcade, could you?
Of course. Be happy to.
Oh, I forgot he was here.
Oh God, poor man. Hi.
He's quiet.
And you said you want to go back to arcade as well, or
I'm gonna take a walk. I'll be walking towards arcade, but I just want to. I've been in a dark hole for a long time. I want to stretch my legs.
Please.
Anston, would you like some company?
Dark hole.
let me see the. Okay.
Anston, would you like some company?
Sure.
Study buddy, you going back to arcade as
Uh,
well, or
I'm good. I've got some work in the lab that I would like to complete.
okay?
Some of it involves him, and she'll point to Anson, but we'll get to that later.
Do you need me to be present for this work?
Sure you are.
Ideal, but not necessary.
Well,
So
I'll go with you then.
Harper will come out from underneath one of the seats with like one of those hard candy grandma candies and go,
His
Uh,
original.
I go, hey, consent, man, and then go back under the seat looking for more candy.
She may be drunk, but she's right, Carrie.
I don't know what that word means. I'm in.
You all have a wonderful
Ironically-
night.
Giving consent.
Okay, we're gonna teach you that soon.
That's not a concept where I come from.
It
It
should
really
be.
isn't.
Not from the government, not from any.
Okay. I'm going to get this one into a place where I think they can't cause that much damage. And I will accept the liability that my guest stream might be torn to shreds in the morning.
Okay.
Hopefully. This is gonna be great. Muse is both in the
All right. So what are you doing, Carrie?
Carrie's gonna, I mean, if they're wanting to go back to arcade, I mean, Carrie has her own place.
I don't mind. I don't mind going to the lab with Carrie if that's what Carrie wants.
Yeah. But all the other samples she has are at the lab and arcade. So she would have to go there first anyway. So she
Gotcha.
figures she can do her lab work there. And if there's anything more advanced that she needs that the government is the shadow government entity doesn't have, then she can just link up with I2 and see what
Harper,
he's
feel
doing.
free to add $2.13 of loose change to your character sheet.
And hard candy.
That's right.
2 Werther's Originals, 1 peppermint, and a Chico stick.
Well, see, when we wake up in the morning, all of those candies are going to be stuck to the duck.
Okay.
How about this? Is your name Werther? Stick. Withers, got it. Stick.
All right. So, yeah, you will all get to where you're going, I guess.
Woo. Well,
Yeah, so Carrie made sure to pay before she left. She tipped the girl very well because money is no object to Carrie, so she doesn't really know what actual tipping is. So she just basically doubles whatever the bill is, and that's what their tip is. And so she came down the stairs in, her fancy, she had to hover down the stairs. And then now her wheelchair is back to normal. So she's kind of just wheeling outside towards whichever, I don't know which direction arcade is from the bar, but whichever direction the arcade is she starts wheeling in that direction.
uh,
All right. What's Orpheus and Marissa doing then? If
Kind of, I guess, walking with Anson and Carrie, just trying to kind of help Anson acclimate as one of the other kind of old souls.
Sure. It's starting to, the streets are getting emptier. I mean, they're never completely empty, but there are not a lot of people out at this point. Most of the bars have closed up for the night already. Again, it is a Wednesday night. It's not, and it's a Wednesday in October, so it's not yet really the height of people being there for Mardi Gras.
Mhm.
Not for a few months.
So, you can kind of point out some of the landmarks. I'm assuming you might divert past Jackson Square.
Well, I'm thinking even more just like explaining, like, so, welcome to the 21st century. And does anything look significantly different from your, what did you say your version of New Orleans was called?
Bon chance.
Yeah. And so is there anything that's confusing? Is there anything I can help point out? It's those kind of things. Just trying to help ground
Well,
him.
between being different geographically and having 100 extra years of development, this is very different than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Is it always so loud all the time?
No. Unfortunately, it's usually significantly louder. I'd say maybe in a couple hours
Very
it'll die down a little, but once you get out of like the actual tourist area, it's not so bad.
Carrie, being the professor that she is, she will say, "What questions do you have for us?"
So
can we
anyway,
help
that's
you?
called a television. And the way that it works is it's like a one-way telephone that you can see.
I think I'm more interested in understanding what makes people tick during this time. What do people like? What do they want in a life?
Most of them just want to live their lives. Most of them, the average person's just trying to get by and provide for their family and live a reasonably comfortable, stable life.
What
They
about
want
what
picket
about the
fence, 2.5 kids.
what about the two or
A half?
three of you? What do you want in a life? Harry and Orpheus and Eurydice, I suppose.
I mean, you'd have to ask Eurydice. For myself, I just want to live, enjoy life, play music, listen to music, be around friends, loved ones, get the most out of it. The city's got a bit of a motto, which Brandon isn't going to attempt because he never took French.
Laissez les bon temps rouler.
Yeah, they have the same thing there.
Yeah, let the good times roll.
Exactly. That's what I want.
And you, Miss Carrie?
To figure out how to combine magic and science to better humanity and those that are in a state of less fortune. My thesis in my PhD doctoral was to combine robotics and for amputees and create almost lifelike replicas that could be controlled by all aspects of their brain, allowing them to feel as much as move the object. But there was a bit of a problem when I attempted it, hence the state that I'm in now. So I've kind of refocused my goals to just do the best I can to help everyone else around me.
Well, it's a noble goal.
As we're walking along, at some point there will be a tree large enough that it will hide Orpheus's body from both of you, and walking out from the tree on the other side is now Eurydice. And she says, "Hi, I'm Dee. Don't think we've been properly introduced."
Pleasure to meet you, D. I'm Anson. That first names feel strange to hand out, but fine. I've disappeared from the internet.
Say that again?
Oh, I'm Anson. It feels strange to hand out first names on a introduction, but when in Rome, I guess.
Huh. To answer your question, for myself, I want to leave the world better, improve it in what ways I can. A little bit of love, a little bit of happiness.
Well, I like the sound of that.
Bunch of wholesome fucks.
What was that?
I said you bunch of wholesome fucks.
Shut
Camera
up back there.
pans.
We're almost to
To
the
be
house.
fair, this is my only character that's like this.
I love how, like, just this and then the camera will pan to like either the car or Muse or Micah trying to get Harper into the room.
Now that said, and they're very sincere about that. But rolling a 1 on perception will let you know that both Orpheus and Eurydice are checking out like every guy and every girl as we're walking down the street that happens to be walking the opposite direction.
Like I said, the streets are starting
Oh
to
yeah, there aren't
clear.
very many. But
What?
yeah, there aren't very many people, but it's frequent enough that
Sure.
you can very clearly get the sense that what's the philanthropy isn't the only thing that those two live for.
Let the good times roll. All right. So you'll make it back to arcade. Are you immediately going to start plugging Anson into tests?
Let's go to the lab.
So no, she'll probably kind of ease him into it, kind of explaining like what she's doing, why she's doing what she's doing.
What is she doing?
Explaining that she's created multiple algorithms that pull together both spell casting and the science behind robotics and computers to kind of weave them together. So she's basically trying to kind of track things, which is funny because I literally just wrote that in what I was writing, was that location spell and tracking spells, kind of mingling them in with GPS and algorithm tracking. So, and then kind of trying to figure out where they're from. So
anyway, we want to stop right here because that right there, that's a traffic signal. So you see cars are a lot more prominent nowadays. And so very much kind of the roads are kind of dedicated to them. And while there isn't a whole lot of traffic right now, normally would be a pretty bad idea to just go walking out.
Well, I see everybody decided to double down on the assembly line. I thought it was going to be a fad.
Oh yeah, it's very much the thing.
Yeah, but when we get there, I'll take my coat off. I'll roll my shirt sleeves up to the elbow so that Carrie has access to whatever she needs.
You're going to take the whole shirt off.
I mean, to be fair, she would really like to do a thorough exam, but she's gonna just start with taking his fingerprints and blood typing. And
if you need him to get naked, he'll get naked. He's fine with it.
It's 2 a.m. Time to get freaky.
To her, he's just basically a big like pin cushion of mystery for her. So she really just is But she's going to, kind of ease him into it since, I'm sure he's probably a little thrown that, it's a doctor.
It's a lot of white chrome in here. No, yeah,
Helps keep everything sterile.
he'll at least take the shirt off and sit up on the examination table, I assume.
Oh, is that table I was wiggling my butt all over earlier?
Yep. That you de-sterilized, that I had to re-sanitize.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, you were on the a meeting room table, but
Oh, is that okay? I thought
Yeah.
she had sat on one of my sterile exam
No.
tables.
Harper's butt's been
Lab
many
table.
places. Who knows?
well, that's fair. All right, so once they're back at arcade and Carrie is running tests, I did not need to see that in chat, Deuce. Is Orpheus or I guess is D gonna stick around, or is D gonna go back out and
Orpheus is probably going to jump back in,
okay?
and he's going to watch the examination admiringly.
Okay.
Yeah, physically, Anson looks like a fit and attractive 21-year-old. Spiritually, he looks like he's a million years old.
I don't see spiritual.
All right. So back over at Micah's apartment.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Hey, you got any food in this place?
I can make you
hungry?
something.
She's just kind of wandering, looking for your refrigerator, and then she'll find it and just kind of start pulling crap out of it.
Okay.
You two have a good night. I'm
You
going.
decided to make this happen.
I did.
You did.
Hey, Mr. Preacher Man, where you going?
I'm going back to my church to get some rest.
When you go to sleep, that shit stain you call a dark half, probably goes and does shit, right?
He doesn't,
Yeah, how do you know that?
because he takes great delight in showing me the terrible things he can do and has done,
That
because
sounds
he
right.
thinks it's funny.
Yeah, that sounds right. So anyway, food. Do you got cooked spaghetti? Can you just eat it?
What? There might be leftovers I could reheat.
Right, but can't you just it's crunchy, but can you just eat it? You get worms or something if you just eat it?
I think it would hurt your mouth before it would do anything else.
Let's find out. Got any spaghetti? You
No.
got spaghetti.
We're not finding out.
But oh,
It's
I'm
funny.
just picturing her finding the box of spaghetti, and you're going, no.
Bad.
But oh,
Do you want me to make you something?
I like a sandwich,
Yeah, we can do that.
peanut butter and spaghetti.
How about peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah, I like jelly. Honey or spaghetti. Those are the choices.
I can get honey.
Okay, cool. And she will perch on the chair in front of your table. I'm assuming you have some sort of dining room table.
Yeah.
So she'll just perch on the chair and just wait.
Oh boy.
Demi, how do you always end up playing the mom friend?
It's a skill of mine. As Michael will make a sandwich for Harper. Also giving Harper a glass of water.
That's probably going to be necessary.
Uh-huh. And then just okay, looking at the time, looking at, when they know they want to wake up for school. And just after you eat, would you be able to get some rest?
Sure.
Cool.
And
Eat, drink some water.
well, she will take pieces of the peanut butter and honey and dip it into the water and then eat it.
You know what? That gets water into your system. We'll take what we can get.
Okay.
And yeah, once that's done, just kind of escort Harper to the guest room. Make sure that's settled. Once that's done, write a note for the morning because
Yep.
they're pretty sure they will be out of the house before Harper wakes up. And we'll have basically set up a little, like a bottle of water, some painkillers, and then a note that will basically read like, there should be some, I will make leftover breakfast for you. You don't have to stay, but if you do, that's fine. I'll be back this time if you do. Yada yada. Don't push yourself.
All right.
And then Micah's going to bed because Micah has school in the morning to teach.
Yep. Okay. So
Yeah.
and I think on that, I'm probably going to have us go ahead and call it a night here. When we come back next week, there will have been a little bit of a time jump, just like a week or so, long enough for everyone to acclimate and figure out their place in the city and all that. And also for everyone to spend their experience points. So, with that said, I know it's a little early, but we are going to go ahead and wrap the evening here. Thank you all for joining us around our network. Tomorrow, our one-shot season continues with Alex taking our crew back to Titan City, which is where Anson is from, with a special Titan City Thanksgiving. On Thursday, most of us will be spending time with family for the holiday, but there will be a blog post where we talk a little bit about what we're thankful for. Alex, is Andy still raising money for Extra Life?
I think he is. I think it's through the end of the month.
Okay, then I will put the information because Andy is trying to raise money for Extra Life. I'll put the link into the chat. And we will be back here next week with more from Arcade and our heroes. Please don't forget that we have a Patreon at patreon.com/Untold Stories Project. So I'll pass it around for anyone to say goodnight and plug anything they want to plug. And we will start with Alex.
Well, hi, everybody. Thank you again for hanging out with us tonight. I do want to give a special shout out to the people who came to Yukon to hang out with myself and Andy this weekend. I had a fun time running a bunch of M&M adventures and meeting with people. It was a ton of fun. As for other things to plug, I don't think I have anything else other than come hang out tomorrow night. We'll be dealing with a prison break from the underworld, and the heroes will get to help out the legendary Shadow Wolf from the Titan City setting. So it'll be a ton of fun.
I'm sure that'll be fine.
Yeah. And I'll pass it over to Wiki.
I got nothing. Thanks for watching. Don't expect Harper to be like that ever again. And Puppy.
I don't have anything. Okay, bye. Deuce.
Howdy, you wonderful people. Thank you for watching, however you do, whether live, after the fact. Please feel free to comment, tell us how good or bad we did, or how great Mr. Quackers is, because he's really the star of the show. We'll say with Thanksgiving, for some people it's been a rough year, some not so much, but make sure to take the time for the people in your life, wherever they may be. Tell them you are thankful for them for being around, or just being able to know them, like these lovely people I'm here with, family, friends, people you just met. Because in many ways, sometimes we don't realize they're gone until they are. So, not to end this on a somber note, thank you for watching. Thanks for playing. Try playing yourself. Just remember when you're making your character, never ever make a speedster. They're not cool. And with that, we'll pass to Jemmy.
Thank you all for watching. It was a ton of fun tonight. As much as we all love, fighting things, roleplay episodes are a ton of fun too. Thank you to all my friends who decided to join, because that was pretty cool, even if you were the demons on my shoulder. Quick little, because I guess it is Thanksgiving. Thank you to just everyone I get to play with, because you're all really cool to play and hang out with. And before my father says something self-deprecating that does involve you, I like playing with you too. But other than that, come back next time. Look forward to whatever headache Mike is about to have from taking care of, drunk Harper. And then for all of you, make sure you drink water, eat something, take meds if you have them, take care of yourselves because we love you. I think that's it. Brandon?
I don't have anything plugged today, so remember as always to be kind to others, especially yourself. Aaron?
Well, I lost my notes.
I ate
That
them.
is it for those of us here at the Untold Stories Project. Until next time, be careful out there and make sure that you don't run into something in the dark. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
We're out.
That's me.